Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka Storm, and we're back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard, here in the Blackwood DLC. How's everybody doing today? We're going to be trying to wrap up some of the extra content left in Blackwood, so today we are going to go do the Silent Halls public dungeon to start with, and then we'll see where we go from there. At least the next 2 weeks, depending on how long it takes in Silent Halls. If it's done quickly, I might go ahead and do the other public dungeon today too, but if it takes a while to do it, we'll probably just do the last striking location, or we'll work on a delve or two. But we should be wrapping up Blackwood here really soon. Now, one thing I do have to say is that they actually moved back the console release of The Waking Flame, which is the next part of the Gates of Oblivion story. So it's going to be... I didn't need to rush so much to get the main story done. So, yeah, that's going to be a whole thing. But it's fine. I don't think we... Oh, hey, there's somebody who's CP666. Alright, let's talk to this guy and get started.
Oh, hello there. You know if this is the Silent Halls? A willow said I could find it out this way, but trees aren't great with directions. What with staying in one place their whole lives and whatnot.
You're saying a tree sent you here?
Yes and no. I'm here because I'm looking for a Harada creeper seed. Don't come by those very... ever. Heard the wild elves kept a seed in Blackwood. Nobody remembers that, of course, except the trees. But listening to them gets me all fuzzy.
It gets you fuzzy?
That's what I said, isn't it? Got to be in the right state of mind for tree speaking. Just gets my thoughts in a jumble. I could use a clear head right now. Like yours. What say you help me find the Harada seed? I'll make it worth your while.
I'll help you find the seed.
Guess I should introduce myself then. Unless you're some sort of vision guide, then you probably know who I am. What was I saying? Oh right, I'm Adrahon, herbalist, arborist, all-around friend of the green.
Are you alright?
Green as grass. Why do you ask? Oh, you mean with my head? That's just because the tree's speaking. Most folks can't hear trees. Not really sure about those Argonians, but trees can tell you things if you know how to listen.
How do you listen?
The secret's in the leaves. Most folk think communing with nature is all about sitting by streams and meditating. But if you really want to open your mind to tree speaking, you've got to stop thinking like them. That's where the leaves come in.
Hey Joe, welcome to the stream. We're getting ready to help a guy who's talking to trees. The leaves help you understand the trees?
Of course. The green leaves all around like little invitations. You just got to learn how to use them and open your mind. Then you'll really see all the things you've been missing in the world.
Tell me about the seed we're searching for.
The Harada creeper. Never seen one myself. But then again, most folks haven't. They only grow in the Deadlands. And even then they're persnickety. But when they do, they really do. Most variety of Harada root only get about elf height though.
Why do you want the seed?
To cultivate, of course. Bet that's a plant with some good stories to tell. I read in one of Devaith Fear's books that it's got wondrous properties for medicinal purposes. And that's a mer who knows his salves from his Sujama, eh?
Is growing a plant from the Deadlands a good thing?
Well, I suppose it could be poisonous. Oh, you mean like could it grow all over and make a mess of your garden like stranglers? Well, I bet it grows like crazy somewhere that isn't all ash pits and lava. But I'm going to keep mine in planters.
You came all the way to Blackwood for this?
Oh no, I came here to learn about his trees. The Argonians hold them sacred as the green, so I figure they're trees worth meeting. You don't find those in Valenwood. I was trying to get introduced to one when I heard about the wild elves.
Wild elves?
Ah, what's the word? Aliens, I think, if you want to be proper. Used to be all over before the Empire wiped them out. Bad blood between them, what with the Daedra worship and enslaving. But some good might come of it if they kept a seed here.
I can't really blame them for being upset about being enslaved, though. The Silent Halls. The conflict between the Bersabaratic aliens and their Daedric worshipping kin has faded into memory, but many of their dark magics persist, hidden in the bogs of Black Marsh. Oh, look! It's two horrifying things fighting each other simultaneously, and now they're going to gang up on me instead.
No remorse! There's something unpleasant going on, alright. The foliage is real restless around here. And loud. Just a dizzy spell. Comes on strong when the trees don't know how to use their inside voice. And most don't. We should take a look around these ruins. See what all the commotion's about.
Commotion?
Oh, right, you can't hear it. Feels like we walked right into the middle of an argument. Liable to split my head if they don't settle down for a moment. I don't know what's got the flora in a tizzy here, but it sounds like trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Not your average termites and weevils, I can tell you that much. The kind that makes you scream bloody murder. Never felt anything like it. Better be careful. That's definitely a Rada creeper vine. Now, if only we can find its roots. Must be around here somewhere. More Harada vines. Try pulling them up. Huh, nope. Still no roots. This creeper's done quite some creeping. Let's keep looking.
Oh joy, look at that monstrosity.
Go. Get it by the base and give it a... Still no roots. Hey, it's quieted down quite a bit out here. Hello? No, not you. Shush a moment. Ooh. I get what all the hollering was about. That creeper's strangling a tree around here. It's calling for help, but no one's answering. Well, except us now.
So what do we do now?
Well, Can't just leave this nasty oblivion weed with all these helpless greens. Let's dig it up. Maybe I can transplant it. All we're finding out here are vines. I'll bet the heart of the Harada creeper took root near that tree.
Do you know where that is?
No, but I reckon I can find it. Sounds like it's calling from deeper in the ruin. Thought I saw an entrance over that way. Let's give it a try.
All right, we'll try getting inside.
Don't think. Move! Now you're just showing off.
We got him. That's 2 bosses down. Get up, Bastion. Good job.
They're a nasty bunch. Looks like they're doing alchemy here with the Arada vines. Let's see what they're up to.
They made their choices, so be it.
Some kind of alchemical concoction. Made from the creeper, I reckon.
The day will be ours!
Yuck! Paper! Turns my stomach to think of some poor tree being hacked to bits and pulverized so folk can tattoo their taxes onto them. Wait, I don't think Sulzon keep ledgers.
To keep their taxes on them. I love it.
Looks like they've been harvesting the Harada vines. Awful lot of them. I heard the Sulzon were raiders. But I didn't imagine they'd be interested in this sort of equipment. Looks like they're using it to refine the Harada they're collecting into some kind of concoction.
Where'd you learn that?
In Gideon, when I was trying to get introduced to a hist, good-natured Argonian warned me which parts of Blackwood were most dangerous. Sulzon territory most of all. Nasty bunch. Got nothing but war and slaughter on their minds.
Is this plant really worth all the risk?
Bit of a thorny trail we're on, yeah? But hostile Argonians making potions out of a plant from Oblivion seems like all the more reason to find that creeper and get it out of here. Besides, that poor tree's still begging for us to help.
It's begging us?
Yeah, or at least that's the impression I get. Tree speaking ain't easy, you know. Even Valenwood trees are all rhymey-wimey with their communication. I haven't quite got the Blackwood dialect down yet. Getting that creeper solves everything.
Alright, we'll keep searching then. Alright, we're gonna go this way
Someone's been here
actually.
recently. Let's keep an eye out while we look for the creeper.
Trying to take the most optimized route to get everything done because we got quite a bit of stuff left to do in here.
Fight through it. Courage brings victory.
You'll water my plants with your blood!
You broke the spell.
Alright, that's 3 bosses down. Oh wait, I can't check the progress in here because I didn't put that up there for some reason. What am I missing for Savior of Blackwood? Oh, most of them actually. Good gracious. Yeah, there's only 2 bosses left and the group event, so, and then we just have to finish the quest and get the Sky Shard and we can get out of here.
Attack!
Okay, this is where a boss spawns. We'll go over and do this, and then we'll come back here, because there's supposed to be a boss that spawns here. Hello, Susan.
Did you eat something?
Oh, it's a dead dark elf.
Help! Please!
Oh, you hear that? Trees.
Oh, no,
finally
she's not dead.
speaking clearly.
I'm pretty sure that's the dark elf.
Oh, wait. It's a person.
Oh wait, it's a person. Oh no, it's this person who's alive, okay.
Whoever you are, please,
my family.
What happened?
Sulzan ambushed the caravan we were with, dragged everyone here, tried to escape, but they caught us, killed anyone who resisted, left me for dead, put the survivors back to work.
What do they have? What do they have the captives doing?
Harvesting, chopping, grinding some fiendish nettles into powder. They mix it into some concoction, turns those brutes into monsters. More than they already are. Watched some tear each other to pieces. Don't think they felt any of it. Lucky them.
Where can I find the captives?
In the heart of the ruin, where that horrid vine grows. They feed it our blood. Bleed us like pigs. Please, don't let any more of us wind up like that.
I'll find them.
That's horrible. We've got to do something. You heard that, right? The Sulzan aren't just harvesting the Arada vines. They're cultivating it. It's worse than I thought.
How so?
Gorging it and letting it grow wild and ravage the native growth, all so they can reap its vines for their nasty alchemy. That'd be horrid enough. But they're using these poor folk for labor and fertilizer. We've got to do something.
She said the captives are in the heart of the ruin.
Right. She did, didn't she? Well, we'd better set them free before those Sulzan kill anyone else. The creeper's not going anywhere.
Let's go.
Oblivion, take you!
I wonder if they even felt the lightning of the battle lizard. Ah, there we go. Alright, one boss to go, and the group event, and the Sky Shard, and we're done with this one. It's going a lot faster than I thought it was going to. Every other time I've streamed the dungeons, it's taken forever to get them done. Oh yeah, this is like super duper lucky. Alrighty. Ooh, and I got a scaly claw scrap, which is really good too. The scaly claw scraps, if you get 50 of them, you can turn them in to get the debutante, the scaly debutante gown, which is a unique item that you can't get any other way.
Planning to eat that, right?
I'll climb up to the folk on those trellises. You get the ones on the ground. Let's hurry.
Levine, is that you? Why, Beck?
It's a lot of bones.
You really found someone to help. Thank you.
There you go. Follow your friend down there and get out of here.
Don't beat me too. Wait, you're not one of his marauders? Thank the divines. I thought I'd die down here.
If you're here to help, please. Did Mother send you? I can't wait to see her again.
Let me climb down. I've got something to
Alright, before I go talk to him, I have another task to perform. Oh good, the group event is up, but I'm the only one here. That's going to be interesting.
Your blood will make rivers. Your blood will feed the Harada. Out of my way.
Got him.
That's all the caravanners except Bavini. But there's still one more in need of a rescue here.
What do you mean?
I can still hear the creeper fighting with that tree for one. And the tree's losing. We've got to do something about the vine strangling its roots and kill the creeper.
I thought you wanted to transplant it.
Yeah, that was before I saw it. The Sulzan have grown it so out of control that we'd never uproot the creeper intact. And we can't just leave it. I don't know what kind of weed killer would work on Harada, but just take all I've got and stop it.
How should I use this?
The heart of the Harada creeper should be a big bulb with roots extending out. Reach in there and yank out its seed pod. Then pour those poisons all around the roots. That should kill it and keep any more from sprouting. I'll catch up with you soon.
You're not coming?
Those two dark elves are Bavine's husband and son. She was still alive when we left her, but with her injuries, she'll be as good as dead without help. Don't know if I can save her, but I can try. Now head through there and rescue that tree for me.
All right.
You all just get yourselves to safety. We'll handle the rest.
Alright, before we do that, I'm gonna slip up over here. And there is the Sky Shard. Hello, my friend. By friend, I mean enemy. Dang it, Bastion. Okay, I got the seed pod. Alright, the vines have been poisoned. Let's get out of here. That must be the history. No, that's the history. Okay, that big up there. Alright, so we're about ready to have a decision that needs to be made, so...
Oh, feeling a bit better then? Don't mention it. Huh? Oh, sorry. Was just listening to our new tree friend. And a history at that. Been wanting to talk to one for ages. It says thanks, by the way. Well, it doesn't really say anything. But I get the impression it's right grateful you saved it.
I see you've got Benieve. Will she make it?
She's barely hanging on. Even my strongest medicine wouldn't do much for her. It'd take a miracle to... What's that? Aha. Oh, well, that's great. This whole adventure was really bringing me down until now.
Huh? Hello? What's great?
The East says the creeper's seeds could do the trick. Did you manage to get the pod? What's that? Oh, they did. Well, there you go. We can... Oh, but then that'd really be it for the creeper. No, that was rhetorical.
Are you willing to give her the seeds up to save her?
Gosh. If it were the green, wouldn't be a question. The plant comes first. The pack doesn't count here. But if I grow my own creeper, I can get more seeds and make more medicines. Looking at her now, though, I just don't know.
Okay, so we have two choices. We can say the seeds are more valuable than the life of a stranger, or helping her is Joe's saying they're helping her. Okay, so we're going to helping her is the right thing to do.
Yeah, you're right. Even the tree knows that. What do you mean it's not for you to decide? What made you think I was qualified? Oh, right. I should hurry. I'll mix up a medicine and hope for the best. We'll meet you outside with the others.
Very well.
I'll need a moment to whip something together with these seeds, but we'll be right behind you.
Alright, let's head outside. Yeah, funny, you can actually get up here without having to go through the entire dungeon. You can actually skip right to the end of the dungeon if all you want is this guy's shard. You just have to jump up. Move, Bastion.
I got it from here.
Jump up here.
Wish I could have saved some
Then-
for my own head.
Hold on. Jump
I'm
here.
just going to have a sit down over here.
Bavine, where have you been? We thought you'd be
Well, okay, I've done it
waiting for us.
before. Hold on. Let me get rid of
I
Bastion.
didn't think I'd see either of you again. I almost didn't. We have that little wood elf and his friend for that.
Here we go, just like that, yeah. And you can access the dungeon from the back door.
So, that's an adventure, eh? Think I prefer my garden if I'm honest. Does feel pretty good though, helping folk. Shame about that creeper. But I did finally get to meet a hist, so that's something.
Saving that woman's life was the right thing to do.
What's a priceless specimen compared to those smiling faces, eh? Does leave me feeling guilty for hesitating, but I'm glad you were here to set me right. Told you I needed that clear head of yours. Here's a little something for letting me borrow it. Oh, shame I didn't have a longer chat with that ist. But we've probably overstayed our welcome as it is. Even with their creeper dead, there's no telling what those crazy Sulzon will do next.
What are you going to do now?
Could go for a nap and some pine nuts until my head clears. But won't find much peace and quiet here. Think I'll follow Bavine and her family. Maybe head back to Gideon. Got a fern friend who'll want to hear about all this.
Yeah, that was an interesting experience.
You know, whatever it was that wood elf friend of yours mixed up has put more pep in my step than a scrib on a lava flow. I'd love to buy a whole sack of the stuff, but he said I got the last of it. Shame. That stuff would put skooma off the market.
How are your wounds?
Mostly healed. And what hasn't, I barely notice. I don't know what he gave me, but I feel like I beat a Nixox in a wrestling match right now.
It was the seeds from the plants you were attending.
That damn thing? Don't know how I feel about having any part of that fiendish weed inside me, but I was as good as dead otherwise. I know that down in my bones, so I won't complain. I'm just glad to see my family alive and free. Thank you both.
Thanks again for what you did for my family, Sarah. We all survived this trial because of you, and somehow Bavine seems healthier than ever. Whatever medicine that little wood elf made must have been miraculous.
Well, at least someone's happy after all this. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad to be alive. But all I feel is numb after all I've been through.
What happened to you?
You saw how they had us. Chained up, tending to that thing. Working my hands raw as its angry thorns raked at my skin. There was no escape from it. I could feel the vines slithering around my neck as I tried to sleep. Hungry. I need to rest.
Understandable. Completely understandable. Alright, so we're off.
Let's ride.
We have plenty of time. I could probably knock out the other public dungeon today, or I could work on some of the delves. Because this went a lot faster than I thought it was going to. There is a... There it is. There's a quest right here. Yeah, and it goes to the delve. So I'll pick up this and we'll do both of the delve quests at once.
Zitze, I whispered a prayer to the shadow of Atakota, and now you stand before me, an agent of change who appears in my hour of need. Yes, this this will do. I have a task for you.
What's the task?
Before me are the bones of a Niswo, a priest of Sithis, who died searching for a special tome. I seek to whisper the proper words to ferry Neshte's soul through the void and back to the Hist, but that cannot happen until the tome is found.
What do you need me to do? Or what do you need from me?
I need you to venture inside the Zitze stone nest and locate the Night Wielder's tome. I will mark your map with the place Neshte thought it most likely to be. Bring the tome to me, so Neshte may find his path. You will not go unrewarded.
I'll find the tome in Zitsul.
I would retrieve the tome myself, but I fear the Sulzan who inhabit Zitze and killed Neshte will try to disturb his remains. I must stay here and guard them. Strike the Sulzan down if they threaten you. Claim the tome and return.
Sulzan?
A tribe that has lost their way. They worship violence and chaos above all. Their callousness brings unwanted strife and bloodshed to the marshes. They are dangerous,
I will be right back.
particularly to outsiders.
Sorry about that. Mars called me, and they are at Kentucky Kingdom today. And they're like, "Where are you at?" And like, I'm doing my stream like I do on every Sunday. It's like, "Oh yeah, that's right. You couldn't get a ride." It's like, I'm like, "Yeah, thanks for reminding." They were kidding. They were just joking around, and it was fun and stuff. But yeah, they're down at they're up at Kentucky Kingdom today at the theme park. So, all right. So why would they kill an Argonian priest?
The Niswo and the Zulzan may both embrace impermanence, but they do so in drastically different ways. Likely the tome is something that should remain the protection of the clutch of Niswo. Perhaps they killed him, so they might keep it.
Can you tell me more about this tome?
I have never seen it for myself. It is said to be a tome of shadow magic written by a dry-skinned man by the name of Azra Nightwielder. I have reason to believe it is highly dangerous, though I have heard the runes within cannot be read by mortal eyes.
How is it written?
The Niswo see with more than eyes. Perhaps this shadow mage does as well. I know little of him, besides the fact that dry skins credit the name with the creation of shadow magic. An absurd notion, but many think discovery the same as invention.
Why does this tome need to be found before Neshte can pass on?
The two are bound. Niswo Neshta's soul cannot properly pass until the mission he pursued so fervently in life is resolved. His sense of purpose was so strong, it carries on. If
Why is
he
it your job to
finishes
perform the last?
work, his death need not have been in vain.
Why is it your job to perform the last rites for this priest?
I am Vovaste, an apprentice. All priests must first take on the role of Volvaste before becoming a Niswo themselves. Niswo Neshte was my mentor. So you see why this matter is very important to me.
He's performing last rites on Nishti, part of the job of a Volvestra.
Though I am not yet a Niswo, as his apprentice, I feel it is my duty. In life, this was Neshta's path to walk. Now, he will walk with me, through shadow and void, through river and root, through death and change.
Very well. I've actually been considering having Reewish undergo the change. It's an Argonian tradition where they will drink from the hiss sap and they'll change accordingly. It's a costly method because the only way to change your character's appearance in this game is to pay for it. But it's something I'm considering doing. So I might put up a poll and see if I can get any interest in what kind of change Reewish should go through. Because I mean, it's almost been 3 years. It's almost his 3rd birthday coming up in December. So it makes sense that he undergoes some kind of change. Oh, hey, look, there's a sky shard. I wasn't looking for that, but you know, I'll take it. That puts me at 7 of 18. Still got a lot of sky shards left to go, and 3 lore books too. We might go ahead and grab those as well before we're done in Blackwood. I'd like to have a completely full progress bar before we. There we go. I like to have a full progress bar before we move on and go back to another area and work on that.
I erect the spine of fear, formidable stranger. I need your help. The Sulzan captured me and my friends in order to use us for a cruel ritual. I managed to escape, but my friends remain inside. I intend to go back and rescue them.
Do you know anything about the ritual that's endangering your friends?
I overheard as I attempted to escape. The Sulzan possess a relic, the idol of Zulonat. They will use it to consume the spirits of my friends so that they may summon a spirit of destruction. I am no limp-finned hatchling, but I cannot stop this alone.
What do you need me to do?
I need you to come with me into this Zalmir and free my friends in order to interrupt the Sulzan's rituals. Then, we must destroy the idol of Zulonat to prevent this atrocity from befalling another clan. I will pay you handsomely for your aid.
I'll help you free your friends and destroy the idol of Zulonat.
As mud is my mother, I know that with your help, we can save my friends from this horrible fate. Let us head quickly inside. Keep your teeth sharp.
Can you tell me more about the Sulzan?
The Sulzan are Naga who worship only chaos, nothing more. They fuel their madness with horrible rituals and sacrifices, hoping it will bring an end to the world. They are violent, callous, and insane. But I fear their true threat is all too real.
Naga?
They are like my people, but harsher, crueler. Naga bear many similarities to the Saxhleel, but they are often taller and their faces wider. They are drawn to war and violence. Both come easily to them.
Which is why
this threat is so dire.
What are they trying to do?
Their rituals have the potential to summon an ancient spirit of destruction. If they cannot use my friends to do it, they will find someone else. I believe destroying the idol will stop them, but I must first ensure my friends are safe.
Do you know anything about this place?
I'm afraid not, Bikojel. All I know is that Zitze is one of the Sulzan's favorite shrines. Many of the Saxhleel have lost their lives there due to the Sulzan's terrible rituals. Their blood wets the stones. I hope my friends will not join them.
Okay, I have a lot of problems with this part of the game, and that my character learned the meaning of both of these words in Murkmire. I should already know these. I should not ask this question because I've already completed Murkmire. And plus, I'm an Argonian. I know what Saxhleel means. I've identified myself as Saxhleel before.
Oh, I am surprised you do not know. You must come from the city. In our language, Bikogel is something akin to friendly outsider, not quite a stranger. Saxhleel essentially is the same as Argonian, though the latter is an imperial term.
What is the idol of Zilmanot?
I do not know. I only heard of it in passing as I escaped. I imagine something like that comes from a time when my people worshipped stone and had little reverence for the Hist. All I know is the Sulzan can use it to trap the spirits of the dead.
Very well.
We must free my friends to disrupt the rituals. Let us make haste.
Jayla. Thank you, friend.
Get to safety, Kuran. We will find the others. The pain! I erect a spine of gratitude to you, good. The Sultan will not have her.
I came really close to dying that time.
The day is ours.
All right. Okay, we got the Night Tome. We just need to free the other prisoner, and then we're pretty much done here.
Help me! Many thanks. Be careful, Jayla. Don't worry, Rajbiko. We will. My egg brothers and sisters are safe thanks to you. There is one task left before us, if I have not yet reached the limits of your assistance. We need to destroy the idol of Zulonat to ensure the Sulzan do not summon the spirit of destruction.
How do we do that?
We must find where the Sulzan are keeping it first. It will likely be somewhere of great importance to them and heavily guarded. I just pray we are not too late. There has been so much death already.
How does the idol of Zunot work?
From what we have seen thus far, it seems as though these terrible rituals tear the souls from the victim. I believe the Sulzan found a way to transfer the stolen spirits into the idol in order to power it. It is dark magic, certainly.
Will destroying the idol prevent the Sulzan from doing this again?
That I cannot know. I hope so. If it doesn't stop them completely, it will at least slow their schemes. Destroying the idol of Zulonat should at least protect others from being trapped here. That is enough for me. Let's go.
Yes. Just have interest. I wonder what it looks like to do the staff and I don't know, this doesn't look right.
It's already absorbing spirits. The idol is no more. Let us move.
Woohoo! Sky Shard absorbed. I wonder what it's like to... That's weird.
Spawn-worthy feelings to you, brave warrior. Not only did you rescue my tribe, but you became a storm that tore free the evil roots of the Sulzan here. With this, you have saved many more innocents.
Will you and your friends be safe now?
Yes, thanks to you. The Sulzan in this place will flounder without their idol, and my friends are now safely out of their reach. You saved us, and likely many more with your actions. Take this, Bigogel, with our thanks. What you have done for us, and others like us, will not be forgotten. We will rest here until the others regain their strength. Be welcome and wallow with us, if you wish.
What will you do now?
An excellent question. The grass bends to the wind, but we are not so yielding. we will take time to recover, but you helped ensure that we do not need to flee this place. If the Sulzan try to hunt us again in the future, we will be ready.
What do you think will happen to the Sulzan?
On the whole, I cannot say. The group that inhabited Zitze, however, will fade into the shadows to rekindle the power you ripped from their claws. Their cruelty might not be at an end, but it is at least interrupted.
What if they target you again after they regain strength?
Then we will be ready for them, Beak Ojel. We were caught unawares this time, like a swarm of gnats that does not sense the frog's sticky tongue. Next time, we will not let ourselves become prey. Your generosity will not be wasted.
Alright, well we're done with that quest. So we're off to turn in the tome.
I hope you did not have too much trouble. I feel as though something has shifted. Sithis has ushered in change. Tell me, did you find the Nightwielder's tome?
Here it is, the Nightwielder's tome.
I will see it safely tucked away with the clutch of Niswo. Your reward, as promised. Now, I must perform my rites as Soul Tender. You may observe if you wish. It would honor him to have another in attendance. Here now, clutchkin of nothing speakers. May your soul pass through the void beyond void and return to the Hist. Rivers 10 and 2 sundered into the shadow of one. Inelegant, but ever-changing. The Hist watches, the soul flows, and so be born again under nothing stars.
And thusly he passed back into the Hist.
The task is finished, and the rite is complete, as is our business here. I must return to the heart of the marsh to deliver the news. Until we meet again, you have my thanks.
What will you do now?
Now that my work here is done, I continue my studies. I am still Vovaste, and someday I will become a Niswo. Hopefully, one that would make Neshte proud. I will return to the marshes and find my way. Change will carry me to where I am needed.
How would you become a Niswa without your mentor?
Change is inevitable. The clutch of Niswo accounts for this in many ways. It is not a limitation. Neshte's soul has passed on and will return to the Hist. But my journey has only just begun. Be well. Perhaps we will see each other again.
All right. Off to the next location. I know exactly which delve I should do next. Time to go to Undertow Caverns. We discovered its location in the first, I think in the first part of Blackwood, or second part of Blackwood. I think. I'm not sure. And the point is that we've been avoiding it for quite some time. I hate it when that happens. Sorry about that.
Oh, hello. Can you come over here and help me? You look like a hardy soul, unconcerned with the prospect of death by trick, trap, or misadventure. How do you feel about helping a defenseless scholar from Gideon unearth a little history from Undertow Cavern? Oh, and can you swim?
Tell me what you need.
Have you heard of Phaelivon the Magnificent? He was a famous Nibonese minotaur hunter, but his final resting place was lost to time. After years of searching, I think I finally found the site of Phaelivon's mausoleum.
Why do you need my help?
I hope to recover proof that this is Phaelivon's tomb. His armor, helm, and sword would do nicely. But I didn't get far before I found the cavern overrun with goblins and minotaurs, and parts of it are flooded. I'll pay you well to help me.
I'll help you search the cavern.
No one in Leowyn realizes that Undertow Cavern is the final resting place of a great hero. Let me secure my belongings and I'll meet you inside. Time to grab the bull by the horns and wade right in.
Why do you think this is where Phaelivon is buried?
I found accounts of Phaelivon's burial in a shining mausoleum on a hill outside Leowyn. He was laid to rest with his arms and armor, relics of his many victories. This is the place, but goblins infest the caverns, and minotaurs too.
I'm curious about these relics we're after.
You would be, I suppose. Well, Phaelivon the Magnificent had a golden helm. He wore armor of impervious mail, and he wielded a sword of exceptional sharpness.
Tell me about the armor.
The stories say that Phaelivon had the most beautiful mail, impervious to sword, arrow, and spear. We don't know much about armor of his era, but he was known as the Magnificent. I can only surmise his armor was quite splendid.
You said that he had a really sharp sword?
Phaelivon's sword was so sharp, it was said to be able to cut the air itself. No, that isn't right. I suppose any sword will cut air. Ah, that's it. This one could cut through armor like air. That's what I was told.
Okay, and about the helm?
As I understand it, the helm was a gift from the Lord of Leowyn in gratitude for Phaelivon's many heroic deeds in Blackwood. The stories say it was fashioned in the shape of a roaring dragon's face.
Is it possible these deeds have been exaggerated over time?
Well, it has been many hundreds of years. I suppose Phaelivon's arms and armor might not be much to look at now, but in any condition they would be of immense historical value. I simply know it.
You mentioned goblins and minotaurs?
I suppose goblins aren't much of a surprise. They infest many caves in this region, although I had hoped I wouldn't run into any. The minotaurs I didn't expect. None have been seen so close to Leowyn in centuries.
So where did these minotaurs come from?
That's the very question I was wondering about. Wherever they came from, these minotaurs seem very hostile. Enraged, even. I've heard all kinds of fighting inside. I think they're angry at the goblins. Do minotaurs and goblins get along?
I don't know. I don't see a shining mausoleum here.
That's because it was swallowed by the earth. One night, 700 years ago, people living nearby heard a terrible sound. When they came to look in the morning, they found that the whole mausoleum had fallen into the caves underneath the hill.
Why did the Nibonese build a mausoleum here?
Because the caves beneath this hill were the site of Phaelivon's last and greatest battle. The mausoleum was a monument to his victory, as well as his tomb. Until Undertow Cavern swallowed it up anyway.
Alrighty. Let's head inside. Come on, Bastion. We're going in. Oh, it's a Peggy May Sue. It's a level 3 character. Oh, it's a baby character.
Just the sort of place goblins love. Darksome, dank, and foul.
Magnificent sword.
I can just picture this sword cleaving savage minotaurs. A pity it's dull beyond use now.
Well, I mean, if it's been sitting in here for thousands of years, it's not a surprise that it's ruined. Or not thousands of years, but, you know, hundreds of years. It's not a surprise it's ruined.
His armor shone by the light of moons or sun. It's just too bad minotaurs are enraged by shiny objects.
I mean, that's a fair point. It's like, I'm gonna wear this really shiny armor to fight this minotaur. The minotaur's like, takes offense to that.
For glory!
Imagine how many times this helm saved the heroic Phalavon's head. Except that last time, obviously.
Except for the last time, obviously. Yeah, that sounds about right.
The armor, helm, and sword are all badly damaged. Skeptics might say these could have belonged to anybody. We need to find Phalavon's Horn of Magnificence to settle the question for good. But where is the horn? Why isn't it here?
You didn't say anything about a horn before.
Phalavon's Horn of Magnificence was his greatest treasure. My grandmother told me he made it from the horn of a Minotaur lord. It had a brass cap inscribed with an intricate design. When Phalavon blew it, echoes rang from the hills for 7 days.
Your grandmother told you about him? I thought you were a scholar.
I am. Mostly. But yes, I have a personal stake in this. Phalavon is a distant ancestor. I grew up on stories of his battles, his magic horn. Oh, could this be about the horn?
What about the horn?
Grandmother told me the horn's note drove minotaurs mad with fear and rage. But sometimes the horn called minotaurs to battle even when no one sounded it. Maybe the minotaurs are here because of the Horn of Magnificence.
First of all, couldn't you have said this before? Secondly, are you sure your grandmother wasn't just making up a story?
Oh, I wondered about that too. House Vero mostly died out long ago, but they were certainly real enough. We can trace a relationship to Phalavon's line on my mother's side. There is truth to my grandmother's tales. I'm certain of it.
Does anyone else believe your grandmother's stories?
No. No one outside my family remembers Phalavon. Almost all of the histories that...
I hate when that happens.
These relics? No. No one outside my family remembers Phaelivon. Almost all of the histories that recorded his deeds have been lost. Even his mausoleum vanished. But now I'm close to the proof that Phaelivon really existed and was a great hero.
Okay, I gotta admit, that was a pretty epic, thing there that happened because of that. So I'm more forgiving in the game now for interrupting me mid-conversation.
Huzzah!
Did you hear that? Phaelivon's horn!
Yep, I hear it.
I'm not afraid of you.
Look how powerful the mighty battle lizard is. He stands in lightning and water and does not get electrocuted to death. That is the might of the battle lizard.
That's over with, I suppose.
I'm sure I heard the horn in this chamber. But who sounded it? Phaelivon's horn! Just as the stories described it. Did this goblin sound the note we heard? I can't believe it! All of Phaelivon's known trophies, horn, helm, sword, and armor, retrieved from this foul cavern. And just in time, it seems. Looks like this place is filling up with water. Now we just need to get out of here.
What? It's... Oh, yeah, we need to get out of here now. It's a good thing...
It looks like we can get out through here, if you don't mind getting a little wet.
I am lizard. I am fine with getting a little wet. Alright, so we're gonna have a choice up here.
Finally, proof of Phaelivon's legend. I'll be the talk of Gideon once I bring these trophies home. And yet, I wonder, did the goblins here cause their own troubles by meddling with Phaelivon's horn? Or is it dangerous to just keep around?
What are you going to do with the relics we recovered?
I want to take them back to Gideon and prove, once and for all, that my family's story is true. Fame, fortune, festivities await. But if these relics, especially the Horn of Magnificence, are dangerous, perhaps I shouldn't bring them home.
Alright, we have two choices. We can say, as long as you don't blow the horn, you should be fine. Gideon's not that far. Then destroy the Horn of Magnificence. It's enough that you know the truth. Now, she did say this, the legend did state that sometimes the horn would summon minotaurs even if you didn't blow it. So we kind of have to weigh that and decide what we're going to do here. Do we encourage her to keep the horn, or do we encourage her to destroy the horn? give it a minute or two and see if anyone wants to post anything. So. Well, since we've not gotten a response, we're going to go ahead and do this the random way. If I have a die nearby, I don't think I do. Hold on. Ah, my dice aren't nearby. It's okay. And number 2, so we're going to say destroy the Horn of Magnificence is enough that you know the truth.
You're right, of course. I will destroy the horn before its curse brings about a real tragedy. Patience, prudence, perspicacity. That's what I should learn from Phalavon. He pushed his luck once too often.
Wise choice.
We may be bruised, battered, and wet, but we are successful. Even without Phalavon's Horn of Magnificence, the other relics have a great story to tell. Thank you. Oh, I shouldn't forget your pay. Come visit me and Gideon sometime. I hope to see you again sometime. Although I must confess, now that I've finally found evidence supporting the legend of Phalavon, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do next.
Find a new mystery to unravel and make sure to destroy that horn.
I shall. Prudence is my watchword. Good luck with your future adventures. I've spent years chasing the ghost of a great hero, but it is an honor to have met one in person.
Okay. Well, I'm actually going to cut things off here early today. I got something I want to do this afternoon, and I want to get started on it early. So we got a public dungeon done. We did 2 delves, and we did a normal quest, and we picked up 3 sky shards. So we got some progress in today. We're really close to getting everything done in Blackwood. Next time, we're going to do the Abbey of Zenithar, and then we're probably going to do Aperia and the other delve, which is down over here near the bridge. The bridge, I must conquer the bridge. No, don't conquer the bridge. No, I must conquer the bridge. No. Okay, so that's where we're going to end off for today. We will come back next week, and we will work on wrapping up more stuff in Blackwood. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to catch you next week as we continue the Blackwood chapter. Thank you very much, and have a great day, everyone.